Let's get up to date when it comes to Lions OTAs, news regarding what's going on, and what Dan Campbell thinks of Todd Gurley. Let's begin. What is going on, YouTube, and welcome to Detroit Lions Talk with Mike. We talk all things Detroit Lions, news, rumors, analysis, breakdown, and everything regarding our franchise. In this video, we're getting up to date when it comes to Lions OTAs, when it comes to some of the players getting off the team, Todd Gurley, and everything of what's taking place right now for the Detroit Lions. But before we get into this big bad boy, make sure you hit that like button. Let's get to 200 likes in this video. And if you're not a subscriber, you're crazy. Smash that subscribe button. Let's get to 14,000 subscribers. Hey, it is important to know what's going on with Lions OTAs. Why is that? Well, we got a lot of new players, a lot of new faces, and it's important for these guys to get squared away so the Lions can have a better season coming up front, get comfortable with the new scheme, get comfortable with the coaches, and of course with each other, because new faces, new places sometimes can make a mess. But so far, so good what we're hearing in training camp. So let's just dig deep right into it right now. Let's just go ahead and start with the defense right now and special teams and a little bit of notes not regarding the offense. We're going to start with Amani Oruwariye and Jeffrey Okudah. Now, Jeffrey Okudah, per reports, and this information came from MLive, Pride of Detroit, and Freep. I'm not there, so I haven't seen it, so I'm reading what they're saying, and they're saying that Jeffrey Okudah and Amani Oruwariye were together on there on the defense, and Jeffrey Okudah specifically is getting confident, more comfortable with the new scheme, and of course the new coaches, and that is fantastic news for Lions fans because we drafted this guy high last year with the 3rd overall pick, and it's vital for these young guys to get better and grow, or it's really going to hurt a team long term. Now, if Jeffrey Okudah and Amani Oruwariye continue to get comfortable and confident, potentially our secondary could be a little bit better than we expect. Hit that like button, folks. Let's get to 200 likes in this video. The more likes we get, the more chance this video gets out. We're going against the legacy media, and have you seen with Dan Campbell wearing a helmet, they get all but hurt. So make sure you hit that like button so our ways of thinking gets out to the people. And it's important to have some playmakers. We know we've seen Jeffrey Okudah when he was with Ohio. He was making plays. Amani Oruwariye is starting picking up. But last year, it's hard to really understand who's all at fault here because the scheme was so poor and the coaching was so poor that it really hurt everything when we look at film and the production-wise. So it's good to hear that these are the type of guys we really need to pay attention to. Jack Fox had an uncharacteristic bad OTA camp. Balls are not punted right. Well, we know Jack Fox is fantastic. We've seen him play in the games last year. Hopefully he can get that out of the way and get back to old Jack Fox. We're punting folks within the 5-yard line, doing what he needs to do. I'm not too worried about it right now. When it comes to Cornell, the Lions defensive tackle, he got suspended the first 3 games of the NFL season. Now, if you don't remember, he didn't play last year, so this is a really bad track for him. Man, he's starting to wonder, is this guy an absolute even going to make the team at all? Because he didn't play last year, now he's suspended 3 games. Hopefully he can get it together. I heard the reason why he did it. He had a friend that obviously, God rest his soul, and it really upset him, so he went out and did something stupid. So hopefully he can get his stuff together, or he's not going to be with the Detroit Lions here. We also have Nick Bawden no longer on the team. He was cut by the Lions. This makes a lot of sense to me. Why? Because he's never on the field anyways. He's always injured. The Lions must have players that are on the field because the best ability is availability. You need to stay healthy, and that's so important. So, hey, I'm happy that he's no longer here. It's a roster spot open, and we're going to talk about a little bit later what potentially that means for a player is him no longer on this team, specifically what he does. He runs the football, and obviously he's a fullback, so he does some of those duties as well. And also, Michael Brockers showed up at OTAs. Huge shout out to Michael Brockers, looking like a vet. Head coach Dan Campbell said this guy walked in like he owns the place. I love it. I appreciate everything that he is going to bring as a leader on this defense, as a veteran presence, and that's important. Just stay healthy, Michael Brockers, so you can continue to wield the hammer of Thor. That is important to stop the run and get after the passer. Let's go ahead and jump to the offense now. So far, so good when it comes to the offense, excluding Jack Fox. We just talked about him. Jared Goff has been absolutely sharp so far in OTAs. Just killing it. The balls are being placed precisely where it needs to be. Obviously, it's 7-on-7 drills. He's not getting pass rush, but we do have a good offensive line. What does this suggest here? Well, if your offensive line is good, Jared Goff can make plays. There is plays to be made. He is not a dumpster fire quarterback. He's been precise, getting people the ball over the right shoulder. He nailed Breshad Perriman for it would have been a touchdown. He's getting sharp with Quintez Cephas. This is awesome to hear. Absolutely awesome. I tell you what, if Jared Goff actually works out, this could be the greatest trade next to the Herschel Walker up there, because we're talking about getting a quarterback, 2 first-round picks, and a third-round pick. And if the quarterback actually works out, my God, talk about a win-win situation. You know, I'm not having my hopes up like that right now. This is just OTAs, but to me, either way, if it works out or it doesn't work out with Jared Goff, it's a win-win because of the capital. But man, oh man, if he can work out, that'd be fantastic. Continue to do that, Jared Goff. It is vital for you to continue to be successful, because that's how this franchise is going to be successful. Let's get to 14,000 subscribers, folks. If you're not a subscriber, smash that subscribe button. We're getting very close, almost there. But with your help, I do think we can get there. So please, smash that subscribe button, and let's bring Detroit to the next level. Victor Bolden, wide receiver, who I actually didn't give a whole lot of hopes to, had a very good time in OTAs, was standing out, catching the balls, making some plays. That's good to know, because it's important for Lions' young wide receiver core for someone to come out and make a play, because we need these young guys to step up their game to help out the holes that was left by the Amendolas, the Marvin Jones Jr.'s, and the Kenny Galladay. So keep it up. He still have a long way to go to even make the roster, but continue to impress. It doesn't matter where you're drafted. If you're drafted, if you do well, you can make the team. Jamal Williams showing absolute beastness in camp. Also continue with his great characteristics off the field, doing interviews. This guy is nothing but a fun bag of greatness. The guy is absolutely having a great time, but he's also getting to work, and you can show he can do it all as well. He was in the backfield, getting between the tackles, doing everything you want to see a number 2 back to talk about. And he was asked how he would like Todd Gurley on the team, and he stated he wouldn't mind it at all. Friendly competition, and that's all good, and I 100% believe it. DeAndre Swift impressing again, continuing to do what we expect him to do in camp. Great job. Continue to grow and get better, and that is what we need from our running backs going forward. Tyrell Crosby was not at OTAs here, and Dan Campbell, the head coach, was asked, do you expect him to be here next week? And he said, yes, I do. So we'll see what happens. This is getting interesting. Does he actually show up next week? He better show up. He may be feeling some type of way because we got Penei Sewell, but hey, continue to feel some type of way. That's just the way it is. You know, you're here, you're getting paid, and you're on your final year of contract, so you still got to continue to work. And it's not like, even if you do not get traded, it's not like you won't sign with another team next year. So just get to camp and show up and have a good time. Let's go ahead and transition to Todd Gurley. So as the news continues to go about Todd Gurley, head coach Motor City Dan Campbell showed up in a race car helmet. Absolutely fantastic. Loved it. I had a good chuckle. And mainstream media, you suck. By the way, if you're upset about it, we're tired of hearing about it. We don't care about what you guys think. We truly don't. We love his bravado. We love what he brings. He is a player's coach. He's energizing the players on this team, something that Matt Patricia couldn't do even if he had an electric chair. It just wasn't going to happen. But he was asked specifically about Todd Gurley, and he stated, yes, we're interested in Todd Gurley. Yes, we want Todd Gurley. Yes, it doesn't affect the running backs currently on the roster. And yes, he wants to get it done fairly quickly. So he's wanting to get this done. It definitely looks like Todd Gurley will be part of the Detroit Lions. It just seems like it's a matter of time, not if. when he gets here. And I'm sure they're just working out the contract details. And if he does get signed, I'm expecting a contract around 4.2 million, around that, maybe 3.9 to 4.2, something around that range for a one-year deal. That's kind of what you would expect. He is only 26 years old, and he did good with getting touchdowns last year. And Deuce Staley, the running backs coach, also explained how he really likes Todd Gurley. He knows Todd Gurley. He knows the veteran presence that he can bring to the young running back room. And he stated that's invaluable, having a veteran in there to teach these young guys, and he's a great leader. So it makes a lot of sense by them bringing him in. The coaching staff want it, and he would be a good third down back. And hopefully he does get signed sooner rather than later, like Motor City Dan Campbell stated, and we can continue to go on and get 100% capacity at OTAs, and then go into training camp 100% as well for this team, because we need to get cohesive, we need to get together, we need to bond as a roster, as a one unit, to go into the regular season and be good to go with this football team. In the upcoming videos, folks, I am going to be doing videos every single day like I always do. Also, in a couple weeks, I'm going on vacation, and I'm not going to be available to do live breaking news. If breaking news does happen, I'll be unavailable to do it. I will let you know when that day comes up here shortly, but I will have videos drop while I'm gone. Maybe I can tweet it out if there's breaking news, my initial thoughts. If something happens while I'm vacation, I'll let you know when that gets closer. Also, on Thursday, every single Thursday, we got the One Pride podcast on my channel, 6:30 p.m. EST, a fun interactive show where you get questions. I do have answers. Go in, let's talk, have a great time with myself and the panel.